and welcome to a new edition of Books and Cookies Book Talk. As you can see, I keep switching out the background because, as I have told you before, we are renovating the house and I have nowhere to be seated. These are the only books that I currently have that are not packed. I'm dying a little bit on the inside because I can see my babies, but it'll all be worth it in the end. In today's video, I thought I would list to you guys some of the things that make me feel proud as a bookworm. Tiny things that make life a little bit better. Number one, finishing a book that I have been struggling with. I have this thing where I cannot let go of the books that I'm not particularly enjoying, or the books that I am struggling with. I just keep going at it and I keep persevering and I keep hoping that somewhere along the way things will get easier. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Regardless of that, in the end, when I just turn that last page and read that last sentence, there's just such a sense of pride and satisfaction that descends upon me, like a choir of angels. And I feel so accomplished that I managed to get through a book that I was struggling with. Number two, finishing a big book. Big books are freaking scary. When you see a huge tome the size of the Bible with more than 1,000 pages, you just go and sit in a corner and think about the decisions in your life that led you to that point. Once I get over the apprehension of actually picking up that book and starting to read it, the sense of pride just keeps getting bigger and bigger the more you move the bookmark towards the right. Just a tiny bit here, but bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until you finally finish the book. Then you feel like just shouting about it to the whole world because you're so proud that you finally finished it. That's how it is for me when I read big books. I like big books and I cannot lie. I cannot rap to save my life. Number three, reaching the reading goal that I set for myself, whether it's a monthly reading goal, a yearly, or the one for eternity, which we already know that it will never be reached. The TBR list just keeps getting bigger. When I managed to reach the goal that I set for myself, I feel so accomplished. You know that, man, I did my best to read this many books that I set for myself. I feel really freaking fantastic and proud of myself when I do reach that goal. Such a sense of accomplishment, and it's just so amazing to see it written there. You have reached your Goodreads reading challenge. Usually though, I do not reach the goal that I set for myself in a month because I'm usually trying to average around 6-7 books a month, and that has not been happening this year. I did manage, however, to read 5 books in 2 weeks in August, so there's that. It's the little things. Number four, managing to find time to read even when life gets hella busy. Between work and home and doing other things, sometimes I don't get to read as much as I would like. Sometimes I just find it in myself to squeeze a little bit of reading time, and I just feel so happy. Reading is a huge part of my life, and even though I have days when I do not read at all, I do manage to read a little bit more in a day. I'm just so proud of myself. Number five, resisting the impulse to buy books when you cannot afford them. That's hard. There are so many other priorities. In my case, recently that has not been a problem because I managed to hoard quite a big amount of books. I'm not faced with the problem of buying books anytime soon. What I usually do is just save up until there's a sale. I think that's a good system, and it makes me feel proud that I thought of it, and I'm actually trying to follow it. And related to this, number six, budgeting so well that you succeed in living life and doing all the responsibilities that are affiliated with that, like bills and food and shit. And at the same time, you find a little bit of tiny money there so you can buy yourself a book and treat yourself. Those are little victories that make me, and I'm sure that they make a lot of other bookworms, so proud. You're like, I managed to adult, yet still I found a way to satisfy my book urges. And if that's not something to be proud of, I do not know what is. Number seven, fitting all the books that you want to take with you in your bag or in your luggage. Sometimes you want to go on vacation and maybe it's 5 days, maybe it's 10 days. You want to pack as many books as you want in case the apocalypse comes and you're just bored and you want to read. Fitting all those books in the luggage, then at the same time taking all the other shit that you need is a feat of strength. Also, when you go out and about, your bag needs to be big enough so you can fit at least a book. But what if you finish the book? You have two. Maybe you're reading a book that you might suddenly lose interest in. You have to have a backup. Sometimes your bag isn't big enough, but then you fit them all in. And you're like, oh yeah, I did it. I'm so weird, I'm sorry. But those are the things that I'm proud of, damn it. Number 8, rearranging your bookshelves. And at the end, realizing that they're both so pretty to look at, and you managed to squeeze in more books, you know, the pile that you were hoarding near your bed because you had no more shelf space. Well, bam, everything fits. And I know you know. Feel the pride in you, let it out. Number 9, somebody asks you, what is this book about? And you manage to sum up the book without going on tangents and going on and on about that secondary character who deserved his own book, goddammit. I suck at summarizing books. I just go off telling what happens at the end of the book, twisting everything like this. At the end, the person is just like, what the fuck? I'm like, but no, it's really good. I just cannot explain it well. That is me when I try to sum up a book for someone. And last but not least, number 10, recommending a book to someone and having them enjoy it. That is, hands down, the best feeling ever. Whenever someone comes to me and tells me, hey, I read that book because you talked about it and you were so enthusiastic about it and everything, and they tell me that it was so amazing, I loved it so much, thank you, I just swell up with pride. I'm just over the moon happy when someone reads and enjoys a book because I told them that it's amazing. It just cannot get better than that. These were my 10 things that make bookworms feel proud. If you guys have anything else, please leave them down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time with a new video. And remember, books for the soul, cookies for the tummy. Bye everyone!